Hey dolls, and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to show you guys some other things that I have done crocheting, or give you guys some tips on how to make it a little bit easier. I know in one of my videos, it was probably when I showed the scarves that I had crocheted, I had said that I had granny squares that I made that I couldn't find to show you guys, and I actually found them when I recently did like an extensive fall cleaning in my bedroom, and I cleaned out my closet, and I found some that I had made that I never used. So I wanted to show you guys how colorful and pretty and fun these things can be. So I kind of just set them in this basket and kind of made it look a little bit decorated, because these are granny squares that I made probably a year and a half ago. So I made these squares before I knew how to change colors without having the strings or knots showing. And if you crochet, you know what I'm talking about when you change in a color for another one while you're crocheting. So now I know a technique that's a little bit different, so I won't have, for instance, all these strings hanging out of my work. But anyways, a granny square, I'm sure you all have seen granny squares. They look like this. They have different colors, and they're just really fun to make, you guys. Now, these were made quite a while ago. They were smushed in my closet. Some of them don't look the best, but you can do any color combination you want. These are so much fun to crochet. You can just make one big granny square blanket. I've done that many times. You just keep going and going and going, and it's just so much fun. So you can do any color combinations. What do you want over there, booby? Well, I don't know. For instance, like, really pretty bright rainbowy colors. Like I said, you see the string pieces hanging out there, and I learned a way to do, crochet these when changing colors to where they won't be hanging out like that. Poppy, you have a million toys on the floor. You don't need any more. Okay? Okay. Then we got this one, which I thought was really pretty. It's an orange one. And, whoops, I dropped it. And, of course, Poppy wants to try to eat it. It's an orange one, and it has the rainbow colors in it. So these are fun to put together to make blankets, purses, all different kinds of stuff. Poppy, seriously? I have an array of colors, as you can see. These are, I believe, the original granny squares, like the regular granny squares. Poppy, stop it now. Stop, honey. What do you want? You want up? Oh, I opened my window, you guys, to get some fresh air in here because it's actually nice outside. It's not too cold because it is, in fact, the fall, about to be winter here in Michigan. And so it's been pretty cold outside, but it's pretty nice out right now. So I opened my window, and the fresh air smells just so good, and it feels so good. So anyways, I believe this is the original granny square. It's just it's a very easy pattern. Poppy. I wanted to learn how to do the ones with the flowers in the middle, but I couldn't, for some reason, figure it out. So I ended up making up my own granny square pattern, because you can make them look 3D. And as you see there, it's not a flower, but when it lays flat, it doesn't just lay flat. It does stick out like that. And I kind of made it up, so I thought it looked pretty cool. You could add them into a blanket somewhere. So there's that. Looks a little bit different than the regular original Poppy, stop it closure, as you can see. The original closure looks like that, whereas this one looks more like a flower, kinda. It just pops out. So these are the granny squares that I have made. You can use all different kinds of textured yarn. It is kind of better to stick to the same width. It gets a little harder if you use different widths, like thicker, thinner. Alright, Poppy, that's enough now. It's ridiculous. And there's some more down there. There's another one with the flower kind of in the middle. So those are the granny squares that I had left over from stuff that I had done. And I was really happy to find them because, I've had them for a good year and a half, 2 years, and they held up very well, especially being packed away in my closet. I had many more of these. I had hundreds of these. To make a blanket, you need quite a few. Stop it, Poppy. Like, that's enough. Seriously, it's getting annoying. Sorry, guys. He can be very persistent, as he is being right now. I don't know what you want. What? Get your root off. Alright. Let's go look over there and see what Poppy wants. Show me. Show me what you want. What toy? Well, then I'm just going to grab the ones I want. Which one? Show me. Which one? This? He's going to play with any one that I grab. This? How about that? There's your favorite. How about this one? There you go. Look at this one, you guys. This one's funny. My mom got this for him. His little tongue in his... Okay, you take it. Here you go. See, you got plenty. You got your snowman. Kitty. I don't think my mom knows that's in there. Look, it's your little monkey. There you go. That's enough for now. Look at that. Spoiled little dog. Spoiled little doggy. Okay. So, this whole week I have spent literally the whole week rolling yarn balls, you guys. I would stay up till wee hours of the night, and I'm talking like I would start at 8 o'clock and not finish till 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. And the reason being is because I wanted all my yarn rolled into balls, because it is easier to work with your yarn like this. Not only that, it kind of settles the yarn, almost like when you iron a wrinkled pair of pants. It just settles the yarn. It makes it easier to work with. And there's still some that I have to roll. As you can see here, my aunt gave me a bunch of really pretty nice yarn. And some of it is like this. Colors that you don't find easily anymore. And it takes a long time to roll these yarns because they're so tiny. Like this is a yellow one that I rolled. I mean, it took a long time. It's very thin yarn, you know. So, anyways, as well as this is like almost like embroidery floss, you know, and this is what it ends up looking like, a whole skein. So, you know, I use this either I double, triple. Oops! Oh, there goes Poppy gonna eat that. Sorry, guys, I gotta go grab that because he will eat it. Excuse me, booby. Alright, so, like I was saying, I have to, you know, I bought quite a few skeins of this. This actually came from the dollar store by my house. So it was only $1 a skein. I'll have to fix that later. So, anyways, you have to use more than one piece of this. Obviously, it's very thin unless you want a very thin project wherever you're working on, scarf, you know, blanket. Sorry, Poppy just keeps, I'm losing my train of thought because of him. So, then I have this, I'm pretty sure I showed you guys a lot of this yarn in my crochet video, but it's amazing how a skein will start and then it ends up looking, it's a lot tinier. Like this was my mohair. You want to make sure that you roll these loose too. You don't want to do them too tight. Some of them I did too tight. I mean, it's not going to hurt the yarn, but it's better to do them loose. Like this, for instance, because it has the pom-poms on it, as you can see, you need a big crochet hook to work with these because it will not work with a small crochet hook. So I can't wait to try to use that with the bigger hook. This is the stuff I use for my face wash, like my face scrubbies. It's 100% cotton, so you can wash it. This is a really pretty yarn. So yeah, I roll them all up. I'm not going to be able to show you guys how I do that because I'm using one hand, but I can probably give you an idea. Like this whole bin right here is done. This bin is actually all of yarn that my aunt had given me. This bin right here, sorry guys. And most of it, I believe, is yarn that she gave me. Some of it, no, but most of it, it is. So I'm really excited to use this yarn in projects. She gave me some really nice yarn, some really pretty colors. I still have some yarn skeins, because you start out with a skein like this. This is actually a red heart. I believe it's red heart. I could be wrong. But I think so. Yarn. This is pretty typical yarn right here. You have two areas where the yarn will unravel from, and that will be tucked in the top, or you'll have a yarn that's coming out of the middle. What I have learned is it is not a good idea to use the yarn that is coming out of the middle, because it doesn't unravel as easily as the yarn that comes from the side of the skein. So when you start rolling yarn, I'm going to show you guys, to make a ball, you are going to, you are going to want to start doing that. I have small hands, tiny hands, so using 4 fingers sometimes isn't even big enough to start. But once you roll that about 10-15 times around, you're going to take it and you're going to double it like that, and you are going to take your yarn, and like I said, it's so hard to do with one hand. I wish I had my laptop to upload. And then you're just going to start rolling it like that, and you're going to just continue to roll it all the way around, kind of go around like this until you create a ball of yarn that pretty much looks like this. So it's pretty easy, and it's a great way, like I said, to store your yarn. I still have some skeins to do, which I'll probably do some of them before I go to bed. Yeah, so it's taken me about a week to do all of these. Well, I'd say about 5 or 6 days, which isn't as bad because I have quite a bit of yarn. So, you know, like I said, the smaller ones, it takes a lot longer, like stuff like this. But this, I just thought this was the prettiest yarn, and if you crochet this in with black or, you know, green, blue, gray, it just looks pink. It looks beautiful. I absolutely love it. My aunt gave me, I don't know where it's at. She did also give me some cotton yarn. I think she gave me black. I don't remember what else, but I had this too. I love this kind of yarn, but from rolling it, I'm going to also show you a way you can roll your yarn. You can buy these. They're called cones, I believe. Let's see. They are called Pisgah yarn and dyeing. I have no idea. Yarn and dyeing cones. Or people wrap their yarn around these cones, and you start from the wherever you want to start. I'm sure you could start at the top or the bottom, and you just keep wrapping around, and then when you get to the end, you will put the piece right in that little, you know. I had 4 of my skeins wrapped on here, and I absolutely hated it. I did not like it. I don't know if it was because it was this type of yarn, but it ended up getting tangled so bad that I lost probably 3 skeins of this yarn because it was so tangled I could not untangle it, and most of this is tied together, so I don't even know how well it's going to work. I have an orange one like this too, and a green one, I believe. The green was okay, but the orange and the red were just totally screwed up. So, I mean, I don't know. Not for me. I'd rather have my yarn in yarn balls than in anything. And I don't know how much these cost. I don't think they're very expensive. They're probably like 2 for $1 a piece. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for about a week now. Rolling yarn. And a good thing to have in your, you know, I don't want to say crochet kit. I'm so used to saying kit because of makeup, but in your crochet collection, I guess you could say, or your yarn collection, is the red heart yarn like this, because it's so versatile. You can add other yarns to it, you can double it up, you can do so much with it, and they have the brightest, beautiful colors. I mean, that green's pretty vivid, but they have some pretty, let me see if I can get to it to show you. They have some pretty vivid colors. See, I've already rolled a bunch of it into yarn balls here too. My aunt gave me this. I mean, this was huge, you guys. I've already rolled probably 2 or 3 balls out of this. So that one's going to take me a couple days, but you know, it's kind of boring to keep doing the same one. Oh, here we go. The pink is like, whoa, absolutely hot pink. but it looks so nice when you're doing like patchwork scarves, or, you know, I do a lot of mine, like I've showed you guys, like I make it look very boho, very hippie, colorful. I like colorful, I like very natural colors, you know, I have all different kinds of yarns. So they have some really nice integrated yarn like this with the different colors going through. I have a bunch of that in here, as you can see. You know, just solid colors, green, but their colors, here's the purple, they are very vivid, so they are really good to have in your collection because they are such beautiful, vivid colors. The orange is very vivid, the white is just very white, just really nice colors. It's very hard to find peach yarn nowadays. See, I was doing the red, see, as you can see, the ball starts out a lot smaller and then it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And it's much easier to roll all your yarn into balls than use them like this. My aunt says, it's a waste of time. But to me, it's just the work seems a lot easier when you do that. Here's the blue. I love this yarn. One of my favorite skeins of yarn, and I think I showed you guys in my other video, is this. And I realized that I had more than I thought of this. Not too much, though, but I love it. I wish I could get more of that. But that was years ago. I want to say probably 7 years ago. It's been a while. So, anyways, it's just good to have this, and you get a lot of it. And they're only like $3.50 or $3.49. You could probably even find them cheaper other places. A skein. So, like I was saying, it's hard to find peach yarn. My aunt gave me a lot of it, so I thought that was kind of cool. She gave me some really pretty, look at that purple, really pretty yarn. Here's a pink. I thought that was a really pretty pink. I don't have too many pink yarns. The blue I thought was a really pretty color, and I think my light, oh, it didn't go off, it just went a little bit. It's because my stupid phone sucks. There we go. Had to plug it in. Sorry, guys. I think this is green. Yeah. Like a minty green she gave me. I thought that was really pretty. And when you have them in skeins like this, it doesn't look like a lot, but trust me, you guys, that is a lot of yarn. Poppy, give it up. Oh, here's the black cotton. For the, oh, geez, I didn't even do this into a skein yet. I thought I did. Oh, I must have not finished it. So that'll be fun. So there might be more in here that I didn't finish. Oh boy. But anyways, yeah, so she gave me a lot of really nice yarn. This is my favorite. I actually bought this, and I needed a bigger hook to work with it. So I seen some today in Myers that I wanted so bad, but yarn is not cheap, and you would think, oh my gosh, Barbie, you have so much yarn, why do you need more? Well, I have quite a few projects that I have to work on for Christmas, so I definitely am going to need some more colors to add to these projects. But my dollar store sells really nice yarn, so I'm going to go check out my dollar store, and, you know, my aunt has a bunch of it. She said she's going to give me some more, so I think I have enough to start my projects, and, you know, it takes a couple skeins per, you know, each project, so, but I use a lot of different colors. But anyway, so it's good to have the red heart yarn. They do sell yarn. I mean, this was a huge skein, you guys. This is half of it. They do sell yarn in big skeins like this, and it's good to buy your primary colors in big skeins like this, because you're going to need white, black, brown, tan, beige, stuff like that. Colors that you can mix with other colors, you know, stuff like that. So it's good to buy them in bulk like that. And it's good to buy different textures yarns. Like this is like a fluffy yarn. You have the mohair, which is like the fuzzy yarn. I really like that a lot. The pom-pom yarn that I showed you. I want to get more of this. I actually got this at the dollar store. I really like the color of this. I like the yarn like this. I'll show you. This is one of my favorite yarns, and I'm running out of it, but I love this. It's just, it's not that it's so much thicker. It's just, I don't know, I love this yarn. It's easy to work with, and the thicker the yarn, the quicker your project goes by. You can go to stores where they sell yarn and you can actually get big things of it discounted. You can buy like the rag yarn. It almost looks like a rug, and you can make mats for your dogs and your cats. Are you eating that? You better stop that. And there's just so many different things that you can do. They sell this at my dollar store. I don't know if they have it anymore, but it's such a soft, if you guys could feel this, it's so soft. I mean, this would be perfect to make a baby blanket out of. That's probably what that's for. And you could just get different textures, and you can take the different textures and add them to the regular yarn, like this. You know, for instance, you could take this and crochet it over, you know, add that to the green. Look how pretty. You know, you just mix it together. You do different things that you think would look nice. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff you could do with yarn, and I only have probably about 8 or 9 skeins left to roll into balls, so I'm hoping the next couple days I'll be done with that and I can start my projects and be done with it, because I have quite a few scarves and quite a few different things that I need to make, and I want to do some granny square projects. I have got some patterns for some new granny squares, so that'll be fun. But anyways, this is at 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go, guys. Sorry, this might have been boring to some. I apologize. I just wanted to show you guys. It's a lot easier to store your yarn when you roll it into balls too, because it just makes it easier to store. Like, these were filled to where I couldn't shut the tops when they were in skeins like this. So when you roll them up, I mean, it just makes the storage of the yarn a lot easier. So I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Say bye, booby. Say bye. Bye. Okay, crabby butt.